There's this group called Repent Amarillo that's been in the news a bit lately.
And this has kind of got a military theme too, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay.
Since the election of Barack Obama as president, radical fundamentalist Christian groups have sprung up like weeds in an ignored vacant lot. Militia groups have too, and for times, hold on. Militia groups have too, and more times than not, they mesh together and become almost indistinguishable from one another. Fundamentalist Christianity is at the root of the most virulent and potentially violent groups forming and recruiting today. Repent Amarillo is one such organization brought out of the shadows and into the news, mostly because of their outright harassment of Amarillo's citizenry. They are nothing more than wannabe brown shirts. Okay, this is not a very objective article right here.
Yeah.
The reason, I would like to state for the record that I have actually emailed Repent Amarillo to see if they would like to call into the show. They haven't responded yet.
Okay.
And they're probably flooded with people who would like to talk to them right now since they have been in the news so much.
Well, controversy is something that does a good job.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah.
They've also been called the Texas Taliban. And basically, have you read much about these guys?
No, not too much.
I believe what they're doing is they're going around.
today.
There's a video on YouTube that I saw at PZ Meyer's site where they go and hang out at a swingers club.
Oh boy!
Outside a swingers club with like a bullhorn, and they shove cameras in people's faces. And I guess those people don't always want to appear on camera.
Well, that sounds like some of the tactics some local folks used to use not too many years ago here in Austin. You know, for in front of movie houses and that sort of thing.
Right.
So they got a kind of a military-looking.
Yeah, and what I heard recently is that one of them is like a security guard in a nuclear facility, which is a little bit disturbing.
So this is not real military. This is fake military, right?
Well, I mean, it's a militia group, but let's see. Okay, here, this might be the better story. At first, the swinger community was mystified by the attention. On the 60-some hours of surveillance footage the Meads have, a swinger can be heard telling a Repent member that the swingers haven't done anything to bother them. "You're going to hell and it bothers me," Grisham responds. "What bothers me is you're going to hell." Perhaps the most insidious tactic Repent uses is trying to destroy the reputation of the swingers. In Amarillo, people can be ostracized over a whiff of impropriety. On one tape, Grisham directs followers to get the license plate numbers in the Route 66 parking lot. "A new couple can be here 3 or 4 hours, says Mac. Whenever they leave, the Repent Amarillo group will call them by first and last name, know where they live, know where they work, just within a very few hours."
Oh, that's fun.
That's, especially creepy in light of the recent, abortion killings and stuff. I mean, I would not put it past these people to be violent, especially, with the militia background.
Oh, it says there they're also going after churches that they believe to be insufficiently Christian.
Oh, of course.
I always find that entertaining. It's like we're not Christian.
My God's bigger than your God.
Right. I remember that happened with the Bush administration.
That includes, by the way, Episcopalians, Christian Scientists, Unitarians. Speaking of which, wasn't Bush an Episcopalian?
I think he was Methodist, but
I don't know.
Anyway,
Sure.
but there were some hyper Christian groups going after Bush for not being Christian enough, for not being rabid enough, which I thought was pretty amusing.